May tuturo ako sa'yo. It's a technique to brand yourself, how to brand yourself as a financial advisor. Kasi kadalasan kasi ang branding natin, which is guilty tayo as an advisor, is ahente ang dating natin masyado. Tama? So, di ba, we wanna get away from that image na ahente tayo. Kaya kanilalayuan kasi mukha kang ahente. Yes.
People
Yes.
na parang kukunin lang.
Pera mo. Yeah. So let's stay away from that brand, personal brand, and let's create a new brand. Ano yung brand na mas acceptable o palatable sa maraming tao? Create a brand that you are a professional, personal, financial coach. Does it sound better? So, for you to become a coach, and for you to become a coach, for you to become perceived as a coach, you need to talk like a coach, sound like a coach, behave like a coach, look like a coach. Tama? Okay. So let's start with the basic things. Pero ikaw kausap ko. Makinig lang kayo. So, anong pagkakaiba ng mentor, teacher, consultant, at coach? Chris, review ko na lang to Pagbigyan mo ako. Anong pagkakaiba ng mentor, teacher, consultant, at coach?
I think for me, mentor is someone you look up to, na you can learn something from. Teacher, someone who teaches you how to do things.
Consultant.
Consultant.
Yeah.
Consultant, they are the ones who provide you the technicalities or information that you need. The last one is
Coach.
coach. Coach is also someone who influence you to do your goals and to do better in what you do.
To a certain extent, na-capture mo yung definition ng mga one-on-one personal, professional relationships na yan. But to be more precise, a mentor is somebody who advises or guides you based on their past personal experience. Like for instance, in this team, is your mentor because most of the things na tinuturo niya sa inyo is based on sa personal experiences niya. Kami, ni Gigi, may mga mentors din kami. Naghahanap kami nun We look for people na mas magaling sa amin. And I am actively doing that for ourselves. And as a result, pati yung buong branch nakikinabang doon. So I have mentors like Randall Johnson. Kilala niyo naman si Randall. Si Randall was a financial advisor. Naging UM ng Sun Life. Na prolific Nagsasabit yun 50 apps isang buwan. Isang buwan, hindi isang quarter. Doon mga panahon na advisor silang mag-asawa. I have my mentors as well is si Jong Merida. Kasi ang expertise ni Jong is on strategic management, strategic planning. Na wala kaming alam doon, di ba? So siya yung nagtuturo sa amin nun. Kasi mayroon siyang 30 years experience in film life as a vice president on strategic corporate ganon, di ba? And then meron din kaming coach na isa pa, that's si Coach Russ Huson. Sino na nag-discovery dito? Di ba? So, Coach Russ Huson is the #1 branch manager of FWD. Kalaban pa natin. Pero hindi niya kami kino-coach on the business. To a certain extent, yes, but more on life coaching. So may life coach kami, life mentor kami. And then, nung bago kami, pag may mga galing na advisors or managers, I reach out to them. Set up appointments or coffees with them. Uy, paano mo naku-close yung 50 million na yon? Bakit ka kumikita ng 100 million isang taon? Yung ginagawa nyo. Nagpapamentor kami mag-asawa. Ako, I encourage people to look for mentors. Not just people within the branch. Pag na-exhaust nyo na siya, go out, explore. Pero mo, miski na competitor, nag-reach out ako. Because you are after your individual growth. So look for coach. Anyway, now, what's a teacher? A teacher is what we have during high school, elementary. Tapos lang ng education, pinag-aralan yung libro, nagturo lang ng chemistry. Pero hindi sila chemist. And then, a consultant is somebody who gives advice on how to find a solution. Parang kayo sa IT. Ito yung situation, options 1, 2, 3, ito yung potential results, mamili kayo anong gusto nyo resulta. You. And you let that person decide. A coach, on the other hand, which is yung gusto natin maging peg natin as financial advisors, is a more complex personal, professional relationships with people. Why? You need to know certain things. One is, you need to know the process of coaching. May structure siya. Hindi pwedeng 1, 4 kagad. Kasi if you don't follow the right process, you will not get the same dynamics. You will not get the same results. And you need to understand certain skills. No? Hopefully, Chris, pinapractice mo na rin. Di ba? Ano yung skills na yun? First, active listening. Mentioned earlier, as a coach, 80-20 lang ang rule dyan pag nagkakaroon ng conversation. 80-20. Ano 80-20? 80% sino magsasalita? Ay, yung kliyente. Hindi yung blah 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 blah. Kasi karamihan, pansin ko sa mga bagong advisor, banat tayo ng banat, boom, 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 lecture. Kasi dami na nating alam na bago, lecture tayo. Pansinin nyo, after 5 minutes, nag-zone off yung mata ng kausap mo. O nakatingin sa'yo, pero na, yung tingin, alam mo yung tingin na tagos?
Hindi nakikita.
Yeah. Kasi boom-boom ka ng boom-boom. Diba? Listen actively. So when you listen actively, you listen to understand. So when you listen actively, lahat ng biases mo, subjectivity mo, tapon mo muna. You're there to listen. It's not your agenda, but the client's agenda. Kadalasan kasi guilty tayo, may agenda na tayo, pag-upo natin sa kliyente. So, ang pinupush natin yung agenda natin, which is why nawawala yung attention ng kausap natin. People will only be engaged kapag yung agenda niya ang pinag-uusapan ninyo. Diba? So, listen actively. Secondly, yun nga, nasampulan na kita kanina, learn how to be aware of people's body languages. Because the state of mind of a person is reflected on the person's body language at that moment. Kanina, I called your attention because nararamdaman ko nagiging defensive ka na. Gets mo? Kasi nakaganon ka na and you were like focusing whatever I will be saying and then may rebat ka kagad. Boom, 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 boom. Guilty tayo as advisor pagdating sa client meetings, no? Parang pinaparamdam natin minsan na mas marami na akong alam as an advisor. So, makinig ka sa akin. Which is, pag naramdaman nyo ng kliyente mo, maglalagay ng wall na yun Okay, so how do you make a client or prospect feel that you're listening actively? Feel hindi say, feel. How?
You have to be genuine.
That's right. Tama.
And then you have to be trustworthy and reliable.
Yeah, but, make them feel? How do you make them feel na,
Ask for their concerns.
no, hindi ikaw kino-coach ko.
Kapag nakipag-usap ka sa kanila, you talk to them with sincerity, respect, and then
Yeah.
eye-to-eye contact.
Yeah, you got that. First, without saying, you will make them feel that I am insanely interested in you. The key word is, I will make you feel insanely interested in you by looking you in the eye. Not looking at your cell phone, even in fact, turning my phone on airplane mode, sir, airplane mode muna ako para nakafocus tayo sa conversation. Looking you in the eye. Another thing is, tama, heart to heart. Our brain controls our emotions through the hypothalamus, but we feel through our heart. So if you want to connect emotionally, heart to heart, literally, dapat face to face kayo, chest to chest, just like this, because we feel each other that way, because that's being human. That's being human. Kadalasan kasi may mga advisors ako na nakikipag-meet sa labas, nakatagilid o magkatabi. Nakapag-present na ba kayo na magkatabi kayo? Naka-side view? That's a no-no. So be aware lang. When you present or talk to a client, always face-to-face. That's one way to connect. Another one to connect is making sure that the person has an open body position. Kanina, I wasn't connecting with you because you had a close body position. So, ano ba yung mga normal besides sa ganito, yung mga close body? Kanina, you mentioned, di ba, ganito, tapos nakaganito. Meron pa, close body. Pag yung kausap mo, nakaganito, close yan. Anong impression niya pagka nakaganito yung kausap niya, habang kinakausap niya? Tama. Superior. Parang, alam ko na yung sinasabi mo. Meron pa. Kinakausap lang. Yeah, I've seen that. No? O kaya ganito, may usap sa'yo.
May parking.
Di ba? Isang babae ganito. O kaya ganito. These are all open. These are all close body languages. So be aware. Be aware. Kasi guilty tayo pag advisor tayo. Banat kagad, presentation, boom. Daldal kagad. Without first observing anong state of mind niya. So how do you open a close body? Besides, kaninang ginawa ko na, oy, close body ka. Hindi mo na pwedeng gawin yun sa kliyente. Diba? Pero pag tayo, kami ni Mayan, nag-discovery kasi kami, okay, open body position. Alam na natin yun. Pero, how do you open a person's body so you can open the mind? Pag nakaganon siya,
Mag-open ka ng topic na interesting sa kanya.
that's one. That's one. Pero you're moving actually ahead. Ano pa? Have you heard about mirroring, guys? Yung pag may mirror ng body language, it works. It works. Connect sa eyes, and then mirror. Kung nakaganon, mirror mo lang. Marami na akong ginawa kasi, nakakatawa nga eh. Meron akong isang UM na nung nakaganon siya habang kinakausap ko, gumanon din ako. Tapos, gumanon ako, ginaya niya ako na hindi niya namamalayan. Tapos meron akong advisor na kinausap, may mali akong nasabi nung bago pa lang ako doon sa pagko-coaching. Bigla, and I think hindi niya nagustuhan yung sinabi ko, so gumanon siya. So nung gumanon siya, gumanon din ako, pero gumanon ako. Nag-adjust din naman siya, hindi niya alam. Tapos meron akong isang advisor na kausap na habang kausap ko nakaganyan siya. Close fist. Nung napansin ko, ginaya ko siya. Tapos nung ginaya ko siya, nag-open body position ako, automatic gumanon yung kamay niya. So from here, biglang gumanon siya. Galing. Tapos kahapon, may kausap ako. So lahat ng, nakaganito siya eh. As in nakaganyan eh. Di siya talaga gumagalaw. Ilang beses kong inattempt na mag-open body, inayos siya, di ba? Tapos nag-open body ako. Hindi sumunod. Ganun na naman, pinakaganon pa rin siya. As in firm siya. 3 beses trinay ko, hindi talaga siya nag-open body. So kinall out ko na yung attention niya. Kasi that person, yung advisor, alam niyo kung anong concern niya? Kung bakit siya nagpapa-coach? Trust. Bakit daw yung mga nakakausap niya, okay naman daw, pagkausap niya, nakikipag-set up ng appointment, pag-closing, hindi niya nako-close. Kasi feeling niya raw, hindi nagtitiwala sa kanya. What did I found out? Ang body language niya, defensive. Siya, as an advisor, ang defensive. Hindi yung kausap niya. Secondly, kanina remember I talked about listening actively. Although, didiscuss ko na sa kanya yung number 1, listen actively. 2, be aware of body languages. Hindi pala siya nakikinig. So I need to call out that person. Kasi yung body language niya, kaya pala siya ganon, defensive. Tapos, ang tendency is, hindi pa ako tapos magsalita, may sagot na siya sa akin o may tanong na siya kaagad sa akin. So, hindi siya talaga nakikinig. And then, during the coaching, doon niya na-realize, kaya pala hindi nagtitiwala yung mga kliyente niya sa kanya, hindi nakakakonekta sa kanya. Kasi siya mismo, sarado. So kahapon, pre-practice niya, okay naman siya. Okay naman daw siya. No, sinabi ko yung changes. Little adjustments sa body language mo, no, may impact yan on how you connect with people. Diba? So yun. Another thing for you to connect with people is being able to ask a strategic question. Alam ko tinuruan tayo na magtanong sa tao, diba? Pero ano yung 5 W's and 1 H? Alam mo? Who,
What,
when, where, why. Okay, and ano yung H? How, diba? For you to get the most out of your conversation with clients, ask strategic questions. Diba? Kasi nagtatanong tayo, diba? Ano ba yung mga normal na tanong mo sa kliyente? Yung mga usual tinatanong mo pagka nag-FNA ka. Ano yung naisip mo?
How would you like to see yourself upon your retirement age?
Okay. That's alright, but then again, for a normal person kasi, including us, ang hirap talaga i-visualize kung anong magiging itsura natin, ano yung status natin in 30 years, 40 years. So, yung question na yon, although, ano siya, okay lang siya, hindi siya ganoon ka-powerful. Di ba? So, how do you create powerful strategic questions. First, you convert those 5 W's and 1 H into a what question. A what question. Tagalog, ano. Sample. Sir, 10 years ka na pala nagtatrabaho. Bakit wala ka pang savings and investment? Versus, sir, 10 taon ka na pala nagtatrabaho. Anong nangyari sa savings and investment? Anong pagkakaiba?
Pag parang may result na in-expect.
Mm-mm.
Pag bakit, parang more judgment.
Pero tama. Pero tama. Why kasi, pag nagtanong ka ng bakit or why, it normally puts a person on a defensive mode. Kasi you're judging him already.
Kine-question mo yung
Yes.
kakayahan.
Kine-question mo yung kakayahan niya, tinamaan mo yung ego niya. So that makes a person very uncomfortable. So you don't get the response that you want. Parang sa jowa lang. Jowa. Ben, ba't late ka naman? Di ba? Versus, Ben, ano nangyari ngayon ka lang dumating? You convert the why into a what. Anong dating? Di ba? Versus, bakit isa lang yung app mo? Itong summer campaign. Into, anong nangyari isa lang yung app mo di summer campaign? Anong dating?
Parang you're asking for solution. Ganun. Parang
Yes.
you're offering.
So the key word is training your mind to ask what questions and avoid why questions unless it's really a why. Like, di ba? May mga why na why talaga eh. Like, di mo naintindihan. Okay lang yun. Like, asking questions like, sa kliyente, Sir, kamusta na po kayo? It's a close-ended question, ha? It's a close-ended question, by the way. Hindi siya open-ended. Kasi the way we should ask questions, again, going back to strategic question, is we have to ask questions that are, open-ended or close-ended?
Open-ended.
Open-ended. So what's an open-ended question?
Why? At mga ano pong balita.
That's actually a close-ended question. Yes, it's an open-ended question, but it's actually a close-ended question. There are so many questions, like for instance, ano yung open-ended question na actually close-ended siya? Kamusta ka? Yeah.
Isang tanong, isang sagot.
Yeah, anything na sasagutin niya ng isa lang. Sino may mga anak dito? Anak. Usual tanong natin sa mga anak, anak, kamusta ang school? Sagot ng anak, okay lang.
Automatic na yung sagot.
Yes, because it's a close-ended question. How can you convert that into an open-ended question? Sige nga.
Anong nangyari sa school mo today? Anong ginawa niyo?
Yan lang. Pwedeng gano'n. Or specific. Anong pinag-aralan niyo sa math subject niyo today? So if you can generate 1 or 2 sentences from your child, that's already a good start. That means you just created an open-ended question. Ganun din sa mga kliyente natin. That's the essence. So, dalawa ng technique, no? Convert the 5 W's in 1 H into a what? And then, ask open-ended questions. Another powerful technique to engage your client is one more. You notice when I ask you a question, anong ginagawa ko? That's one. Okay. Ano pa?
Your posture. Baba.
That's one. Yeah.
Eye to eye.
Ito ay. Yeah. Tama.
bigay mo na, sir. Bigay mo na yan.
I pause.
Okay.
Pause is a very powerful technique to engage your client. Ironic, di ba? Nagpo-pause ka to engage them. Why? Because if they pause when you ask a question, you should tap yourself in the back. Why? You did a good job. You just asked a strategic, powerful question. And what's happening is the client is now thinking. But the thing with us humans, when you ask a question, first thing we do when there is a stillness or a quietness or a silence between us, you try to fill that gap. Automatic. Especially if you're seeing that the client or the person is struggling. Gusto mo tulungan ka agad. So what do? Suggest ka kagad na sagot niya. Ikaw nagtanong, ikaw rin yung sumagot. Diba? Ini-inject mo kagad yung opinion mo. Nagsasuggest ka. And then, isa pa. May ginagawa tayo na nagbibigay tayo ng signal kung ano yung dapat niyang isagot. And what does it help? I mean, does it help them if you do that? Ano naman natin? Why? What's happening? Sino dito IT? Pag nag-load ka ng program, 10%, 20%, 30% loading, 90%, and then ini-stop mo, ano mangyayari sa program? Nana.
Close na.
Back to zero. Same with our mind. Our brain is like a computer. Alam natin yun, di ba? When there is quietness or stillness when you ask a question, yung bang tipong ganito, ito madalas ko nakikita. Ngayon pa lang Magano siya. Usually they look up and then ano? Just stay quiet. Observe. Ganun lang. And then, no. Yeah, tama ka. Dapat I should have started this 5 years ago. And then, for the program to run, anong dapat mo gawin pag nakapag-download na? Ha?
Restart.
Restart or
Reset.
reset? That's one. So, how do you do that?
I-open mo.
So, na-load. What you do, you echo. You echo. Sinabi ko kanina, dapat I should have started that 5 years ago. Ako naman, yes sir, dapat you started it 5 years ago. Oo nga sir. That's how the program would work. Nag-download siya, rebooted mo, yun ang pag-reboot doon. And literally, when they have transformations in their brain during that time na quiet sila at nag-iisip, there is literally yung mga brain synapses, neurons
Spark.
Nagsispark yun.
Didikit.
Kasi literally, nagkakaroon ng bagong connection.
Yeah.
Why? Because yung mga blind spots nila na dati hindi nila nakikita,
Mga hindi nila naiintindihan.
na hindi nila naiintindihan, biglang yung brain synapses yan, nag-spark. So you don't disrupt that. Ang tendency ng advisors, pag nagtanong, di makasagot, sasuggest, magbibigay ng opinion, tutulungan, or magtatanong na naman ng panibagong tanong, hindi pa nga nakakasagot doon sa unang tanong. Gets? So pipigilan nyo yung sarili nyo, ha? If you want to connect, remember, during your coaching session with your clients, you're a financial coach. It's their agenda, not yours.
Pero may question. Pwede ka ba mag-share na gawin nila yung, for example, money habits na mag-save for 20 pesos a day kung gusto as a financial advisors mabuild yung
Actually,
money habits
old school
nila?
na style na yung pagtuturo ng ganun eh. FNA ka kaagad. Kasi kung hindi naman niya hinihingi opinion mo, huwag mo nang ituro. May techniques on how to do presentations na hindi ka nagiging parang, ano ba yun? Yung parang, pinaka-ayaw natin, ikaw nga ayaw mo, nire-lecturean ka eh. Diba? Pero may mga presentations. Pero you should always ask permission, by the way. Ha? As a coach, always ask permission. Sir, pwede po ba akong magturo sa inyo ng financial triangle? Pag sinabi niya, okay, sige. Hindi yung bigla ka ng bag. Tuturuan kita ha. Paano mag-save ha? Pag ganun. Always ask permission. Pag nag-ask ka ng permission, tinan mo, mas receptive sila. Katulad kanina, tinanong kita, can I coach you? Ganun din sa kliyente. Can I teach you a few things? Pag sinabi niyang oo, go. Pero hindi, ba, nagkakaagad, di ba? And then pause, relax lang, pause, listen, ask strategic question. That's how you engage. And then pag attend kayo ng ABC, alam nyo na kung paano i-close yan. Sino nag-attend ng ABC na dito? Di ba? Smooth ang transition sa ABC, di ba? Pag na-engage mo na itong strategic question, alam mo kung kailan ipapasok yung ABC. Closing na. Na-engage mo siya. Hindi ka na nag-lecture ng kuno-ano. Because you know what? Human nature, people don't want to be told. 90% ng tao, pag didirect mo kung anong dapat niyang gawin, hindi niya gagawin. Kaya kung sabihin mo na, sige, tuturuan kita paano mag-save ng, piso-piso. Ayun.
20 pesos a day.
20 pesos a day, hindi naman niya gagawin yun. Ito lang. Sa ano yan napaka-amateur ng dating. Pag yun ang doon ka nagsimula sa 20 pesos a day. Hindi na uso yun. Parang kay Kulay ko pa yata yun eh. Parang gano'n, di ba? So it's very old school. Ano ba yung tinuturo mong presentation sa kanila FNA? Yung triangle, di ba? Yan. Triangle, lifeline. Yung paggawa ng budgeting. Yung 50%, 30%, 20%. And then, paano mo malalaman kung may emergency fund siya o wala? Kasi useless Kung walang emergency fund yan, di mo pwedeng kliyentein yung mga yan. Very basic yun How do you know kung may emergency fund siya?
Kung walang save, kung may savings.
Nang hindi tinatanong
FNA.
na diretsyo na gano'n. Hindi, sa FNA, paano? Simple question lang.
Expense.
Ano mo na yun? Kung high net worth, piling ko mayaman, sisimula ako sa 5 years. Sir, um, kung with your current standard of living and quality of life, kung magsa-stop kayo na mag-work for 5 years, magbabakasyon, can you maintain the same quality of life for the next 5 years? Oo naman. Shit, daming pera doon. Pag sinabi, hindi. What
1
about
month lang.
4 years? Hindi pa rin. 3 years? Hindi pa rin. 2 years? Pwede. Tapos doon mo tirahin, doon ako naman nagpo-proceed doon sa budget. Kasi doon ko inaano, kasi di mo pwede tanungin yung kita eh. So magi-guess ko yan based doon sa expenses nga yung budget pa eh. So magkano ba yung sir expenses niya fixed monthly? Tapos 50% yan, tapos yung, pero tinuro mo na naman yun, di ba? Yung budget pie.
Yung 50-30.
Kasi that's how I assess eh. Doon ako sisimula. Tapos kung 2 years, hindi pa rin. Okay, 1 year sir. Hindi pa rin. 6 months. Hindi pa rin. Pag sinabing 2 months, hindi pa rin. 1 month. Siguro 1 month. Pag 1 month lang, kaya niya ma-maintain yung lifestyle niya nang hindi siya nagtatrabaho. Walang pera yung turuan mo na lang. So, dun ka babalik sa purpose natin, sa mission natin. Tuturuan mo na siya mag-financial planning. Pero humingi ka ng permiso. As in, literally, hingi tayo ng permiso. Sir, okay lang ba tulungan kita maggawa ng plan? Para ito yung magiging guide mo. Para, say, pag nakapag-produce ka na ng at least 6 months na emergency fund, usap ulit tayo. So, go back to mission. So, kung may emergency fund siya na 1 year, that's good. Malalaman mo, to deduction lang. Eh, magkano yung pera niya doon sa budget pie? Kuha, may idea ka na kagad. Hindi eksakto, but may idea ka. Kasi based na sa monthly expenses nila, yung magkano yung savings niya, approximately, magkano yung budget niya sa mga luxuries nila, yung R&R, may idea ka na eh. Pagtagpi-tagpi mo lang yun. Kasi may idea ka na kung magkano kinikita niya monthly. So kung halimbawa sinabi niya, fixed monthly expenses ko is 50K. Mas madali nilang binibigay kasi yung monthly expenses eh. Kaysa sa sweldo, tatanungin, magkano ba sweldo nila? Hindi yung sasagot eh. Pansin ninyo, madalas hindi binibigay, ayaw. Pero tanungin mo, yung magkano po ba yung fixed monthly expenses ninyo? Mas madaling nabibigay.
Pero may experience po ako na hindi nila alam yung expense nila. Pero binigyan naman sa akin yung monthly income.
Pinadali niya buhay mo. Pero the fact na hindi niya alam yung kanyang monthly expenses, dapat turuan mo yun kung paano mag-budget.
Basta sabi niya lang po sa akin na lahat ng pera nila palabas.
Hindi. Hihimayin mo yun ngayon. Hihimay. Ano ba yung iisa-isahin mo na yun? Ano po ba yung mga pinagkakagastosan ninyo? Doon papasok yung pagiging financial advisor mo talaga. Kasi madalas hindi ka na kinakailangan mag-lecture eh. FNA pa lang. By asking yung strategic question. Si Mayan magaling dyan. Chika-chika lang. Ang ginagawa ko lang talaga, ganun lang. Very simple lang ako. Kita ko kagad, in just, wala pang 2 minuto, alam ko na kung may pera o wala. Simple lang. Simulan mo sa, pag average employee, simulan mo sa 2 years. Then 1 year. Then 6 months. Kung wala pa rin, blema tayo. Anong ginagawa mo pag gano'n, Mayan?
Ano po, wala.
Walang emergency fund.
Parang katanong, aalamin ko bakit siya nakainom.
Yun, di ba? Pero siyempre, di mo pwede tanongin, bakit hindi ka nakakaipon? Di ba? So yun yung kanina, papasok yung kaninang technique na sinabi ko. Convert that question into a what question. Ganun. So yun. So, body language, listening actively, strategic question. Very basic. And then, learn to ask what you call future positives. Future positives. Ano yung future positives? Future na positive pa. Yung mga tanong. Example. So sir, lahat na pala tong mga investments try niyong pasukin. Ano pa po bang other alternatives na pwede palagay niyong paglagyan ng pera ninyo? That's future positive. Sa advisor. Okay, so lahat pala, dito ka pala kumukuha ng mga prospects mo. Social media, kamag-anak, friends, no? Moving forward, kasi sabi mo, you're having difficulty with them. Saan ka pa ba pwede palagay mo makakuha ng additional prospects?
Sa office din.
Office,
Sa mga kapitbahay.
Kapitbahay.
May pagkilala pa. Tsaka referrals. Sa mga
referrals. See? That's future positive. Tapos, tinanong kita, what else? Saan pa? What more? That's future positive as well. So that's how you ask questions sa clients ninyo. Convert to what? And then future positives, yung tone of questioning to get the maximum results. At productive. Gets nyo? Buti pa si Larry gets eh.
Papaka-advise na ako.
Pagkakulo talaga yan eh.
Okay, so by doing those simple steps, through engagement, you'll be able to connect, and through connecting, you build trust. It's one simple way. What did you learn so far?
Unang-una yung body movement.
Mm-mm.
Doon ako napansin.
Mm-mm.
Then sa mirroring, and then you should learn how to properly talk with your clients.
Mm-hmm.
Huwag mo silang pangunahan.
Mm-hmm.
Dapat, kung may agenda ka, alamin mo muna kung ano yung bang agenda nila para may provide mo yung information na talagang gusto nila makuha from you.
And then the proposal
In the proposal.
na tama sa kanila.
Yes, i-assess natin yung kakayahan nila financially. Kung pwede, kung insurable na ba sila. Kung hindi, pwede lang natin sila i-coach for the meantime.
Mm-mm.
And then get back to us when they're ready financially.
Tama. Speaking of may sinabi ka earlier, ano sinabi mo? Yung you mentioned something about balik ka doon sa sinabi mo.
Body movement.
Yeah, body language, pausing. Don't forget to pause.
Don't forget to pause, yes.
Huwag ka manggigil. Diba? And let the person transform sa brain niya yung
Mga finifeed na.
na questions, diba? Let the person practice yan.
May question po.
Yes.
Di ba yung sa malalaman natin kung may savings si client, kung tatanungin natin kung kaya ba niya mabuhay ng walang work for 1 year. Ano po ba mas magandang mauna? Yung question na yan or sir, 10 years na pala kayo nagtatrabaho, ano pong nangyari?
Ano muna yun? Depende.
Depends sa
Oo,
ratio, no?
depende. Kaya nga, it's so important for you to listen actively. Oo. Hindi kung ano yung uunahin mong tanong. Kasi yung flow ng conversation ninyo will feel natural kapag ka nakikinig ka o pag hindi scripted.
Pero pag yung sa first place po ng appointment,
Upper
kumbaga,
space,
pwede po ba yung magtanong ng question na about kay client na yung trabaho niya, ganun.
normally kasi ako, I start off very casually lang. Ayaw ko kasi yung para ako nag-interrogate kagad. So, sir, what do you want to talk about? today with me. Isa yun. Another thing for me to establish rapport with my client, with my prospect. Ay, siya si Joe. Joe, really, I'd like to thank you for accepting my invite to have an appointment with me. Actually, I admire you dahil medyo hindi ganun kadamay yung gusto talaga makipag-appointment to talk about insurance. And this only proves na talagang mahal mo yung family mo. So and because of that, I really admire you. So, what do you want to talk about?
Wow. Simple.
Yun lang. And then wait for the answer. Ano naramdaman mo?
Na this person is giving his time for me, na interested talaga siya, not only for himself, but for the benefit of his family.
But then again, no. I affirm, ikaw yung kliyente. So, in-affirm kita. And that's one way to establish rapport.
Kasi basically, pag nag-agree po si client sa appointment, may interest na
Yes.
siya.
Yeah, naman. Obvious naman.
So parang you have to dig up kung ano ba yun, ganun. Kilaw.
Yeah, practice ka. Practice lang siya. Kasi gusto nila matuto. Yes. So as simple as that, yung opening statement o opening question mo, ganun lang. You switch na sa box. I think grounded bigla. Yan. Yan, patayin mo na lang.
Natuloy-tuloy mo.
Yan.
Pati yung ground.
No. So yan, as simple as that. Siya na magkikwento. And then, base doon sa sinasagot niya, alam mo kung ano yung product na magsusud sa kanya. Kasi, guilty ang maraming advisors. Kami rin naman, minsan. Noon, especially. I-offer mo Sunplexi. Ang gusto niya, educational fund sa anak niya. So, kaya naman sa budget. Maxi Bright, dapat, di ba? Kasi heavy on the fund yun, yung fund accumulation. Pero in-offer mo Sunplexi, which is heavy on the insurance, maliit lang yun sa investment. Why? Kasi sa Maxi, 35% lang ang AC, sa Plexi, 55%. Kasi yung agenda mo So, pag ganun ang agenda natin, ano nangyari sa mission natin?
Wala na.
We have a mission Diba? Our mission is to help them achieve their life's goal. Pero inuna mo yung commission mo. Siguro at that time, oo siya. Kasi hindi niya naiintindihan yung product. But then again, later on, maiintindihan niya yan. Pag naiintindihan niya yan, ay, hindi ito yung gusto ko Diba sabi ko, gusto ko mag-accumulate ng fund sa anak ko para sa education niya. Ba't ito yung binigay sa akin kaya? So what will happen then?
Posibleng mawala yung trust sa'yo. And then that person will look for another advisor.
Precisely. It becomes a trust issue. Maaring you gain short term, a bigger AC, because 55 versus 35. But long term, you lose. Why? Pag nalaman niya yon, na ginawa mo yon, palagay mo kukuha pa siya sa'yo? Palagay mo magre-refer pa siya sa'yo? So you lose more money, you lose more AC. Kasi yung repeat business, referrals will not materialize anymore because now it became a trust issue. And our business is about trust.
Every business.
Yes. Okay? My name is Nelson Sequitin. I'm done with the day. Thank you very much. May